Cush.
Oh, fuck off with that noise.
Man, we're fucking Space Marines. You expect us to fucking not say fuck?
Language.
Shit.
I'm watching it.
You Marines.
I love Roll20.
I'm watching it come up my mouth.
See? And we lose our player. He said, fuck this group. And disconnects. I ain't playing with these assholes. So, little do you know how close correctly you could very well be. With the rejects here. All right, Skeeter, where the hell are you? Come on, Skeeter.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I personally hate Roll20 because it's browser based. It's not DM friendly, and the former head person of Roll20 was, how do I put this? A real piece of shit. So all those kind of things are just like, man, if I can avoid Roll20 at all costs, I will. But
it's all right.
This thing will not let me. Does Zoom not work with the Logitech webcam C270?
It should.
Mine's a Logitech. It's the 9. It's not the 7 series, but it should.
Yeah, I got the Brio. It's working.
I used to use my Brio on mine.
You might. Is it not showing up in the options?
No, it's showing up in the options, but it's just giving me a gray screen in the.
Do you have
the light's not coming on?
Right. Do you have the Logitech like webcam software or whatever the hell it's called open as well?
No.
Okay. Well, that's weird.
You might want to just try unplugging and replugging into the camera.
Tried that 4 times now.
Oh.
Yeah, he's way ahead. Yeah.
Then never mind.
Yeah, that was the first thing. I'm going to go ahead and do a reboot.
Fine. We're going to get in. And some of these guys already know Fantasy Grounds. For y'all that don't, we'll kind of go through it, and we're going to talk about the character sheets and the rule sets and all that. And some of y'all will know that. So we're just going to flesh it all out, then set the story, and then I can work with technical afterwards. And, we can address all that just to make sure everything's good. So.
All right. You want me to hold off on that then?
No, if you want to, go right ahead. It's just no rush. We're not being pressed tonight for stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Holy Jesus.
What was that? Oh, it was dice rolls. I saw something. I've got it. So Jeff had to show you what I'm doing with my TVs now and my monitors and all that. And now I've got Fantasy Grounds up on the big TV in front of me to display, and we'll watch. And all of a sudden I saw something out of the peripheral, just saw this whoosh across the screen. Like, what the hell was that?
That's me playing with my grenade launcher.
It's like, God almighty. And look at that. You didn't even get a success on the last roll. On the last roll. Your last roll. Horrible. No, TPK, not TKP, Gary. Okay. Wrong rule set. This is just, I'm just going to annihilate them all and cocoon them all, and that's it. I'm good to go.
I mean, you can certainly try.
Oh, buddy. You're about to find out, you jarhead pinheads.
That's right.
Hooah.
All right. So everybody, Caro's okay, static. Okay, so we're waiting on another 2 to get in, and Brian, you got chat. Okay, it's your Karos. Okay, got to make sure I remember who's who. Static. Okay, so when he gets back in, see if we can get him set. Hey Gary, how do we sound? Would you let me know? I'm having to run through Zoom tonight.
Yay, Zoom.
Yeah, I didn't have time to set up vMix.
I feel that pain.
Yeah, so it might be easier to do it for this campaign because I don't have all the bells and whistles like I do for Charity of Gods. What I do for that show. I may play around with it this weekend. If I can nail it, then I will. You sound good. Haven't heard anybody else. Oh, you have.
Is it because we are talking or because you ain't listening?
Let me bring the volume up. Try to get.
Yeah, I've been on mute most of the day. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Gary, can you hear them now?
Gary, come out to play.
Mr. Obama.
Ooh,
Hello.
hello.
Wes sounds good. Jeff sounds, yeah, well, it's
Well,
Jeff.
Jeff sounds like Jeff.
Yeah. And we got to remember, we got to say, oh, Jeff. Oh, God dang it. Dude. Ears.
Oh, God, I love doing that to Duff.
Ouch.
If it was an echo on my part, Gary, that's part of my board.
Sure. Blame the technology.
Wes and echo. You're saying there's an echo, or was that his sound effect crap? Which
Yes.
all the above.
All of the above.
Hello.
And Brian, how familiar are you? So you're familiar with Fantasy Grounds, or you said you just?
Yeah, I've used it quite a bit. I've got the Ultimate Edition. So I'm fairly comfortable with it. I've not used the Aliens tool set with it though.
I mean, I haven't used the official one for Fantasy Grounds yet, but
It looks mighty nice though.
it do look very nice.
It's tight. Yeah, the tough part about this game, Jeff, is we have two Jeffs.
Yeah, I know, right?
So it's gonna get really confusing when I say fucking Jeff. Testes.
2 1 2 1 2. Okay, there we go. I got to relabel everything.
Testes.
Okay, echo's gone now. Yeah, I had the output router to audio also. Thanks, Gary. New computer,
Thanks,
got to work
Gary.
out all the kinks. Jeff, shut up. So,
New computer, who dis?
all right. Well, okay. So I'm sorry, Brian. Say that. So I'm sorry, I was rambling there. How comfortable are you with Fantasy Grounds?
I'm pretty comfortable with it.
Okay, all right. And the
Yeah.
rule set, alien rule set.
Very weak. I own the whole line, but I have not touched any of it.
Okay.
I've read the core rule book a bit, so I'm basically familiar with character creation and basics combat, but I'm not going to be your heavy lifter here.
Well, neither are we. So,
Right.
yeah, so we follow the rule set to some degree, but a lot of times off the cuff, and with Aliens itself, I'm actually, I'll get with Jowett, Jowsam, who is Matt Jowett, who runs Free League's channel. He has a couple extra maps that he's used for his Destroyer game. He's going to send over to me, but most of the maps will be for more theater of the mindish, because some of your combat, it could very well be, great distances, and so it's some of those roles I may forget that it's supposed to be a modifier, just say, hey, dude, it's supposed to have a modifier. You let me know, and we'll go. But all of it's should fairly well be coded in the character sheet, and we'll go over it all. So
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That is a lot of dice.
Yeah, Gary, I haven't set the cameras yet because we're missing 2. So, and that may be, we may just kind of run the scenario like this with everybody on camera talking about it all because I got to fix my Zoom account because our email's down. So I'm waiting on that for Matt. Lots of shit. It's reject stuff. It's typical reject programming. So, but the overlay is just our standard green overlays and stuff like that. But if I can get it set in vMix over the weekend, I might send out the vMix logins for everybody. So, but we'll see.
You have servers to set up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was waiting to see if our other Jeff comes back in. Is he waiting, Wes?
Nope.
Okay.
And Bash, don't be silly. That server's never getting set up.
Yeah, I know.
Shush. with lots of mods.
Oh God.
As soon as Gary Con is over, it's going to get put up right away.
Whatever. Wes, I can mute you permanently.
No, you can't. I'm the host, not you.
Yeah, that's true.
He got you there.
Well,
As I sit here and watch and eat my popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
let me guess. Skeeter forgot. Or, yeah. All right, Skeeter. I have to go over with him later. Well, give a few more minutes here, and then we'll.
Yeah, we're still waiting for other Jeff too to
Jeff.
come back.
Jeff.
Oh. I'm here.
Other Jeff.
I'm here.
You're
Jeff.
Jeff. He's other Jeff.
Yes. I like this.
All right, everybody has their personal agendas. All right.
Yep. Oh, you're talking about in the game. Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you put a chroma key on my cam feed, Duff?
I haven't. No, I'm not. It's not my Zoom. You're doing it.
I'm not doing it.
I've got a chroma. Oh, it may be. Yeah, I know what? It may be before the whole Zoom call. That may be what's going on.
Okay.
Let me see. Let's see. Let me see what's with OBS.
Oh yeah.
Filters. Yeah, there's chroma on them. Yeah. That's
That
why
looks-
I keep seeing these black spots in Wes's glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks terrible.
Yeah, I was wondering why the Fantasy Grounds chat was showing up where Mother is on my background. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll fix the Zoom windows later. I'm not. Like I said. For this.
I love your background there, Duff, too. It's very nice.
Let's see. Whee. There's the overlay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey.
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 Well, this is so
So.
well, instead of show up here in a second, we'll go over so I don't waste all y'all's time, and then I can get with them another time before the game to cover stuff. But get set. But unless some Brian, so there's Brian. The rest of us are always chatting with each other. I either made another Patooey, if I could speak. I get my Zoom account fixed. I'll resend the Zoom so that we use the proper one. And if I'm smart and get it done, I have a different streaming package software called vMix, and they have their own built-in.
Yeah.
They have their own built-in call system. And it's browser based. I'll send you a link, and you have to have Chrome or Edge, and you load it up, and it has to have access to your microphone and your webcam, and bam, you're right in.
All right, cool.
It works like a champ. However, for tonight, you are dialed in on the address here. You've got Fantasy Grounds, so that shouldn't change. You've got your character. You got your portrait up, and so. I'm not sure how. So tell me when I cover something you already know, Fantasy Grounds, just kind of cut me off and say I already kind of know that shit. You don't want to.
Oh no, I'm good. Just do your thing, man.
Okay, so you've got you're looking at your Fantasy Grounds interface here. You've got the chat window, which is your big box over on the left hand side, and that's where you're going to see your results for dice rolls made, and you also can chat in Fantasy Grounds. That bottom box down below there, you can type in the box, hit enter, and you basically just, send a message. You're chatting to everybody. If you want to whisper to somebody, you can just go up to their portrait up above, right mouse click at it, and at the 9 o'clock position is the whisper command. And click on it. It'll fill it in down below in the box, and then you can type in who you want to message, the message to that person, hit enter, and it will send that whisper to that person. Just know that the DM sees all things, or mother, as I am called for this game. I see all the personal messages. So,
Mama.
yeah,
Motherfucker, baby.
mama. That's right.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
You're right, Wes.
In Alien, so if you're looking at these dice rolls up here, you'll kind of see. Normally, you've got two sets of colored dice in Aliens. Your normal D6 dice are black. The D6, the sixth spot has kind of a plus symbol on it. That's what you're looking for on your dice rolls with Aliens. When you make a roll, you're looking for a 6, which means you have a success. Okay. If you get more, so you have you may be rolling 2 dice, 3 dice, 6 dice. The more successes you get, the more that you'll be able to add on to the roll that you're making. As you start incurring stress, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, yellow dice will come into play. The yellow dice have the same plus symbol on the 6. However, they have the face hugger on the 1. And if you roll a 1 on one of the yellow dice, it negates everything else about your roll. The face hugger trumps all. And that will then key in a dice roll off a stress table, which will give you what your character does, or the RP, the action that you must take, and things that you must do. And we'll show that here in a second. If you open up your character sheet, and if you ever lose it or can't figure out what it is, you can just double click on your portrait up above, and it will bring it to the front. Okay. So what you have, your base stats are your attributes, are your strength, agility, wits, and empathy. And then they have substats below them. And those are all listed there in order. You're like under strength is close combat, heavy machinery, and stamina. And when you're rolling up your PCs, you have a number of points for your base attributes and then a number of extra points to add to skills. What the skills do is basically, if I roll a close combat roll, it's going to roll the 2 dice plus the extra 5 dice that are associated with strength. So if you grab like close combat and you roll it, you will see that it rolls a bunch of dice for you. Okay. That's basically what it boils down to. And we'll call for some rolls from time to time. And you read up in the rule book and, want to know, something. If I say make a Comtech roll, you just click on that dice and make the roll. And you're looking for the pluses. Now, if you don't make it success, you can do what's called a push. And you basically have to tick off a point of stress, and then you can make your roll again. And so if I were to tell you that let's say you made a close combat roll, you're in close combat with somebody and you missed on the punch or whatever, I would tell you to go down there to the stress area and check 1. So you see the little yellow square show up, and then make your close combat roll again. And if you'll do that, you'll see what happens in your chat window. You'll have a yellow dice that will pop out now, along with your close combat roll. That makes sense, what I asked you to do? Okay. Yeah. Oh, there's Skeeter. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
A Skeeter.
And we'll make, since we didn't get started, we just barely started chatting, so I'll bring them back into it. Skeeter, can you hear us?
I can.
Look at that bald head. Look at that beautiful bald head.
It's a Skeeter.
It's the Skeeter. Jeff, can you hear us, sir?
I can hear you, yes.
But but your cam's not working still?
Yep.
Okay, don't sweat it. Well, how about if we get done, we'll go through talking about Fantasy Grounds and get everybody dialed in and look at the character sheets. I think you know the rule set to some degree, Jeff, because I think I saw on some of your postings and all that you were running. You've run Charity of the Gods, I believe.
Yeah, I've run Charity of the Gods and Hope's Last Day.
Okay. All right. So he'll be our rules lawyer because he'll probably know it better than all of us combined.
Oh,
So,
fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Well, you'll
shit
catch
him
us. I told Brian and playing on this is that Fantasy Grounds has got a lot of automation in it, and we'll have the maps here, but a lot of the in these scenarios, as you'll know with Charity of the Gods, you're in a ship. Well, it's more theater of the mind because those ships are so huge. I'm not worried about the squares. I'm not worried about distance that Fantasy Grounds is showing on a map and all that. It's going to be more about your zones and about what you're doing in that particular area at that time, And so We'll play it plays a little bit loosely there. More what I like we get out of this is the story itself, the stress, and the panic that is induced as you're playing this game, and how you handle the situation as shit goes south on you. Now, if Skeeter, do you have Fantasy Grounds Unity?
Yes.
Okay. So in chat, I think I pinned a message that has the IP address for the game, the campaign you're going to join.
Which chat?
This
chat? Or
no, Alien RP, the
Discord
Discord,
chat?
the Discord chat
Oh,
for
okay.
Wednesday. Jeff,
Okay.
do you happen to have? Did you get Fantasy Grounds installed?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to join a campaign, and there's a pinned message that is up in the message. You're going to join a LAN game, not a cloud game. You're going to join a LAN game, and you're going to put in that IP address, and then Wes, did you pin the password too? I think
I
Yep.
was told there would be no math.
there's no math, but but there is an IP address you have to key in there, sir. Sorry,
That's
just the way it
numbers.
works.
It's math.
I know. So.
Mhm.
So you key that stuff in for the server address, you put the password in that's pinned there, and hit connect, and it should then zap you in to my computer.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was obviously doing some insane shit in Fantasy Grounds last time I opened it because it opened a huge window. Oh,
So,
man.
let me put everybody in order of what I believe is their characters. Jeffrey, get there. Okay. No. Skeeter, Jeff, Wes. I don't remember who's. See, Dante is Skeeter, Mason's Jeff, Hammer is Wes, Chaplin is Brian, and other Jeff is Majewski. So there we go. Okay, so now I can start playing around while y'all are getting logged in. And the DM is my dumbass. So
Keyword undumb.
something like that.
Those DM's a mother, all right.
So my Fantasy Grounds is attempting a direct connection to server,
Yes, that's correct. Well,
and it's sitting here waiting.
did you ask you for a password?
It did not.
So you got to join LAN game.
I did that.
Okay, let me pull my. Well, I see Jeff connected. Okay, so we're waiting.
All right. If I go to join,
Campaign.
yes,
Mhm.
and if I put the IP address in there, do I need a port?
No, not
Okay.
only me.
And I'm selecting the alien module.
Yep, you can open up the
Oh.
book. Yeah.
Oh,
All right, Jeff.
I need a password.
That's Duff563. DUFF563. Probably shouldn't
Yep.
say that up online, but I
It-
don't care.
It
So-
didn't come up last time, so
Yeah.
I'm retrying.
All right.
Acquiring file list.
There
I have
you-
entered you.
You have entered. There you go.
Oh boy,
Okay.
that sounds so wrong.
It doesn't it?
Oh
No,
yeah,
I like it.
It sounds very right.
That's
It
right.
does.
Ru-
At the same
Ruth
time.
Dante, private first class, is quite a chatty bitch. So strap in. I'm gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, right up Skeeter's alley. So
Oh god.
while
I
I'm
can't
do-
wait.
okay, so we'll do this. Everybody, so you should be getting in now, Skeeter. When you get in, you grab your character, and that will put her portrait up in the upper left hand side of Fantasy Grounds. And you see it. Go to your modules, guys. Walk him through it real quick. He needs to open up the Aliens rule book, so that he has access to it. Please.
Yeah. Top right corner, you'll see a
Okay.
thing that says library.
Yeah.
Click on that.
I'm still acquiring file list.
Oh, okay then.
He's still.
Yeah, wait till you're in there then.
He's a little slow, apparently. Now let's see, Skeeter. Is your camera set the way you like it, Skeeter? Do you keep it that way? Because
I'll have a background.
you got a lot of headroom, so you're getting cut off. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I lean back in my chair like a lazy fuck.
That's okay.
Wow.
All
He
right.
first he compliments your bald head, then he says you have too much headroom.
I know.
Jesus,
It's
stuff.
it's a love-hate relationship.
Emphasis on the
man.
hate.
Skeeter got to have fun at Gary Con. I didn't want to do the interview, so
Yeah.
I let him do them. You know
It,
what?
it was a blast.
Was fun, wasn't
It
it?
was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was great.
Okay, so while we're doing that, Brian and Jeff, so I was going to introduce ourselves, and so that y'all know, I'm Jimmy Duffy. I also run the Praetors Rejects channel here on Twitch and everywhere else throughout the world. We also, we run games, all sorts of games here. We're trying to get away for do a little bit more other RPGs that are in 5e. Because we run it a lot and kind of burn out on it. So I feel like I need to kill some players for a while. And so Aliens offers me that opportunity to do that without remorse. But we also run programming for both Gary Con and Gamehole Con convention, their Twitch channels, and do a little work with Peter Atkinson, who runs Gen Con. So keep kind of busy in that world when I'm not at working at here in Dallas. Skeeter, introduce yourself so these Yahooligans, other than Jeff and I, know who the hell you are.
I'm Skeeter Green. I have Skeeter Green Productions company. I used to work for Frog God Games. I've worked in RPGs for 20 years and should be further along than I am, but I am not. I'm
whatever.
chatty.
Skeeter, gonna love Skeeter.
I will be the physical embodiment of Deadpool in this group.
Oh, fuck yes.
That's true.
So
True.
that was the character I picked.
There you go.
So yeah, that's about it. And I have a nice shiny bald head.
Yeah.
But too much headroom.
I think Casey's jealous that you're playing. He was wanting to try to get on the game, and I said, so we'll have to do another one. Well, because he'll do charity. I will try to get you, if you like this, Skeeter, I'll run you through Charity of the Gods, which is a complete different scenario than this. And Matt, I'll get Matt in on that. Jeffrey, tell everybody who the hell you are.
I'm assuming you're just going in order, so I would be the next one.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff, also known across social medias and on Twitch as King Bashman. I am also part of the Praetors Rejects Twitch channel, and I also help Matt and Duff out with the virtual production stuff and convention things. It's a lot of fun.
Most of the time.
A lot, yeah, most of the time. Especially when I get told to tear down all the stuff and we still have a stream to do the next day.
I forgot about it, man. Totally forgot about it, man.
That was funny. But yeah, I absolutely love this rule set after doing kind of a beta test of Charity of the Gods, and I have been wanting to play Aliens again. It is a lot of fun. I also have my own RPG deal as well, and to coincide with what Skeeter said, you would think I would be further along in that bullshit as well, but here we are.
What's wrong with us?
You're into RPG, development. That's what's wrong. You know the answer to that. So.
Okay, look, the easiest way to make $1 million in the RPG field is to start with 2.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
That is no lie.
Yeah.
Well, when that Phineas Goo said that when he was doing the interview. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Wesley.
Hi, everybody. My name is Wesley. I'm also known as Static on the Discords and everywhere else. I am not very big in the RPG world like Skeeter and Bash, so I'm exactly where I expected to be in that situation. I've played other games on the channel, and I do other things with and for the channel, and I played Alien one time way back when. It was still the demo version, and I was murdered by a rude robot. Um,
I remember that Gary killed you.
Don't
yeah,
give spoilers away. Don't now. Don't know what you're talking about. So
I didn't say which one, and I didn't say
okay,
who the robot was.
that's true. That's true.
Spoilers: there are robots in Aliens, and they can be murderous. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Watch our game. It'll be
spoiler
fun.
alert for anybody that hasn't seen a movie that's been out for almost 40 years.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I just found out my wife's never seen any of them. Never watched a single one.
We
can't
just
believe it.
started going through
That's
all of
grounds
them
for
with my
divorce.
son.
What's that, Skeeter? Sorry.
We just started going through all the movies with my son. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he had a couple of tough nights. he's
that's
16,
brutal.
but yeah, because we didn't say anything. And it was
Yeah.
like, oh,
That's funny.
I love it.
Also, Duff, if your wife hasn't seen any of them yet, then that sounds like your problem. Like
It is.
you'd cause that.
You need
Well,
to get Mama Prater on the alien
I'm
train
going to fix that issue. Yes. So, but I
there.
can't
Have an
believe it.
alien night.
That's pretty much kind of what we're gonna do. Yes. So, let's see. Okay. Brian, you do anything, or you want to tell everybody who you are?
My name is Brian. I'm an internet rando that Duff dredged up from.
He's gonna
I
fit
think it
right
was
in.
The alien Facebook group. I have no bona fides at all. I'm here to play. Love the rule set. Own everything. Just kickstarted the Blade Runner thing, so that's
Oh,
gonna.
me too.
Yes.
I'm squirreling. I'm already squirreling on that one.
Yes, sir.
Desperately want to run Alien, but I haven't had time to dig into it. So this is my opportunity to be exposed to it with a minimal amount of work. So I'm just being lazy and a
You're
parasite.
gonna get exposed. So
I frequently like to expose myself with a minimum amount of work.
That's
they are so gonna get broken in. So
Skeeter, I feel like you're going to be my new best friend.
I mean, I'm not wearing pants right now. You don't know, but that's why I was trying to keep the camera,
y'all haven't
here.
been exposed to Skeeter before, so I already know what to expect.
I mean, from
from
the sounds of it, we may have been exposed to Skeeter.
What's up, long shot?
Oh man, I can't wait for you. Oh god, I can't wait for this.
All right.
Just the talking shit is going to be the best part of this game.
Pretty much. Let me get these set. All righty.
I am 100% going to die first. I can tell you that. That happened in the last game. Actually, I didn't die. I got a sucking chest wound like 3 minutes into the game.
So
it was great.
And you survived that?
Oh yeah. I lit some colonists on fire with my flamethrower because I thought they were bad.
Like you do.
Like one does.
that's right.
I mean, I don't see
you
an
can't
issue.
be sure. It's one way
Yeah,
to be sure.
at that point, I did not want to be surprised again. So we
He's got
had
that crazy twitch in
barbecue.
his eye. Ah!
I didn't want to be surprised, so I just surprised them by burning them to death.
Yep, and
Something like that.
and that was a surprise for the guy running the game too.
Oh,
He did
my.
not expect that.
Oh my god.
That's funny. Mr. Jake, anything you want to let people know about? Who you
Well,
are?
just I've been doing role playing games since the mid '70s, so I've been around for a while. Saw the D&D first edition. That's what I cut my teeth on.
Understood.
Into my 20s, started a family, so kind of took a hiatus. More important things going on there than RPGs. And
shut your
now
mouth.
that my kids,
How dare you?
You shut your mouth.
I know.
This is why we don't allow you video.
Oh,
I hear you.
Oh man.
Oh,
Oh, oh man. He's
So
like, go ahead, sir.
anyway, jump back in to some 5th edition D&D and spotted the Alien Kickstarter, and I am all about the Alien universe. So I jumped on that, got the copy, immediately ran Cherry to the Gods, and fell in love with the system so much that I bought everything that Free League has that is Year Zero engine. I mean, literally
It's so good.
everything. And have now been running a Mutant Year Zero campaign for almost 2.5 years.
Ooh,
And
nice.
have started a channel recently called Mortis G's RPGs.
Oh,
We've
fine,
started
nice.
recording our sessions and are having fun just kind of growing in that.
Where are you posting them? Or on Twitch or on YouTube?
YouTube only, though I am dabbling in Twitch a bit at this point.
Oh shit, Duff is gonna get you.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, he needs help, or I don't need help. If you got any questions, we all, Jeff and I stream a lot. Wes does on the channel every now and then. Skeeter does some streaming too. Over on y'all were doing Facebook. You and Zach, were y'all doing anywhere else, Skeeter? Or
We started with that, and then we just started doing it on YouTube.
okay, yep. We're gonna do a little push on YouTube, but yeah, and Jake, Jeff, put your YouTube link in the Twitch chat for me, because what we'll do, I'll get from everybody else. So ask for socials, or I'll ask if you like for us to promote it. I'll have a link that I'll have on a timer that will show up during the game, so people can say, hey, come check this, check out your stream. Over
If
on
you
YouTube.
like free promotion, we'll
Yeah.
do that for you.
Yeah.
However,
Awesome.
Yeah.
I
However,
guess I just need to know
free.
how to get to the Twitch stream. Where do I go for that?
No, just put your link in Discord, in our Discord chat room, our private room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then for ours, I'll send you. Yeah, the Twitch link is just Prater's Rejects, all one word here. I'll post it in chat, Jeff, would you, or Discord form for everybody, since we're live right now. I'm finishing out
Sure.
our
Oh yes, please tell me we're streaming all of this live.
we are
right
streaming
now,
right
or-
now,
Oh,
Skeeter. Yes, we
or
are.
at least recording this.
Yes,
Yep.
we are recording and streaming. You know me. I'm always after it.
That's
so,
fantastic.
There you go. And when we start the games like that, that's kind of how we'll introduce ourselves. Is I'll do the intro and say hi to everybody, and then I will call each one of y'all out by your player name to introduce yourself, who you are, where people find you, who's your character you're playing, and anything else you want to talk about. Such as like Jeff's got a Kickstarter going on, so he'll want to promote that. Skeeter.
Oh yeah, I was about to say shameless plug here.
Yeah.
Our Kickstarter currently has, oh god, let me double check. 15 hours left on it. So
Oh, what is
get
it?
on it?
I didn't even know you had a Kickstarter going. What the fuck?
Yeah, he does, folks. Jeffrey.
What is it? Tell me.
It's Two Kings game. Haven't seen. Yeah, so I think it's Two Kings and Twitchland.
Yep,
yeah,
there you
yeah. Well, post the link in Discord for him. I'm screwing around with the overlay still because
go. Okay.
I'm trying to fix the sizing on everything as always, since this should have been done beforehand. But no, you expect too much from me, folks.
We expect nothing from you.
All right, so everybody is in. I don't like that. I gotta fix that. Okay, so we're here to play Little Aliens. Everybody is in, except for Mr. Jake. Right? Oh no, you got Majewski. Who's missing? Hammer, Mason, Chaplin.
I am.
Oh, Dante. Oh, so you just.
I'm still trying to get the file list. It's got like this much, and it just won't finish.
Cancel and rejoin.
I've done it twice.
Oh.
I even just did an update.
Why is he getting? Why is
I don't
his-
know why it's. I mean, it is just super slow.
There
Wow.
it is.
Huh. Everybody else hopped in. Skeeter. What
Yeah,
are you-
I'm getting there. I'm getting
we'll
there.
wait a second. Make sure, because once you get that, you'll grab your character, and then we'll start kind of going over the rule sets, or at least how to play for those who unexperienced with it. And like I said, I make a mistake for y'all that know the game system. Remind me or correct me if you will, please. And I am not upset by it at all. So I am far from perfect, and I
That's
usually
true.
play it off the cuff a lot with the rules here, and we'll go sideways many times in this game.
You're
So,
offering a coloring book, Jeff? Sorry.
I guess I don't know
30
how to pronounce Majewski. Is it something else? Because we've always said, yeah, I think Gasca. So we did an interview with Gasca. When was that? Golly, with Jowett on Free League's channel. When was
It's
it?
like Jominski.
It is. And he said, because we asked, are we pronouncing it right? And he goes, not even close. But we just stayed with it because the character on multiple campaigns just ended up being called the Juice. His nickname was Juice. Yeah. So,
I like it.
Yep. So, if you don't mind, then you're good to go. Let's see. I'm still messing with the damn overlay here. Quit, Dante. Get in your place.
Brian,
Rude.
I'm so close.
I'm talking about the overlay, you bozos. So, because I didn't get a chance.
I hate when I get so close like that, and then someone
I know.
says something, and
Yeah, you just
Just-
like don't talk. Don't
Yeah,
talk. It'll
shut up.
just
Oh my god.
Just give it a minute.
yeah.
it's too late. Whatever. It's fine.
Ah, woohoo!
All right. Are you in?
Completion.
Completion.
I'm getting there.
Okay. And then grab your character. It should pop up.
Oh,
We'll get you there. We'll
Pop
get
up.
you there. And then make sure.
man, I'm not like everybody else. My bump of cocaine that obviously has gone around to everybody else hasn't kicked in yet. Just relax and it'll happen.
My Twitch terms of service just
Give
got
me a
shot.
break.
Yeah.
Did somebody say nose candy? What?
God. Folks, I don't promise this to be quality programming. Sorry, but that's just the way it goes with the rejects.
Oh, it's going to be quality. It just depends on what your definition of quality is.
I keep forgetting we're streaming.
You are streaming, yes.
Even
yes.
low quality is still quality.
That's right.
That's right. Yes, Skeeter, we're streaming. I'm always streaming, and you know that. So, or
I
he
know.
forgot. Skeeter's responsible for my Shaky Cheese character in Frank House's Shadow of the Demon Lords. I did tell
Oh,
you that
man.
story, didn't I, Skeeter?
No,
Okay,
not even a little bit.
Okay, so you remember
I'm
when
just still trying to wrap my brain around Frank House and Shadows of the Demon Lord.
so
That
it
has
was-
got to be a special experience.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
It was a lot of fun. So he ran that for the Wizards, for us, for the channel, and we got to play it. And so, run up the characters, and I started talking about after we had just interviewed you talking about, because I think you had your Kickstarter going on, and we're talking about the stuff that was happening with you. And you remember your comment was, and I have to go back and look at it, talking about it. The flavoring of RPGs or 5e was shaky cheese, and your Parmesan, and you were doing this and all that.
Yeah.
And so I said something about, we talked about that the next character name was going to be, that was the nickname for the character. And I said that to Frank House, and he immediately drops an F-bomb. Oh, F no, not in my game. Am I going to have any characters like that? And so
Okay, I'm in.
That's all he needed to say. So I went and found a translator for, it was like Finnish or sweet, there was something like that, and put grated cheese or shaky cheese, and it gave me it gave me a long name, and I shortened it down, and that was my character name for his show. And didn't say anything to him until after
Shaky
we're done.
cheese.
Is shaky cheese.
Oh, you can't irritate him too much. He will have his revenge.
Well, so that's what happened in the game. So he ended up going after my character at the very end with the gladiator battle that we had and going on. That was the scenario he had run for us. But he played in the Aliens game with me and Matt on Charity of the Gods, and he tried to throw, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but he tried to throw a wrench in my system, not knowing what was happening in game, and got his ass killed. So he had it out for me for some time, and that was a little running joke we had going on. It was funny.
I'm gonna totally surprise you. Sometimes being me backfires.
No.
I mean, I know that surprises everybody. Okay, so I have
Okay, so
linked
you got
my character.
Yeah. So let me we'll move back over to the HUD.
What am I supposed to download?
Okay, so you need to open up you need to make sure you have the alien book open, and so you're going to go over to modules. Jeff, run them through it while I'm doing that. Okay.
Top right corner, Skeeter,
Yeah.
you'll see a thing that says library.
Yes.
Click that, and it'll pull down a thing that says modules.
Yes.
Click that, and it'll pull up a thing. Your screen should be pretty empty and blank. You'll click
totally blank.
Yeah, you'll click on activation, and then you'll see two modules that'll pop up. You click click on load for each one of those, and it'll load the modules for you.
Okay. Did.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it. You've now got the rule set open without costing you a thing. The one joy that we get out of Fantasy Grounds is sharing the modules this way.
Well, I just bought the starter box set.
It's good. It's a good box set.
It's got stuff in it.
It has lots of good stuff in it, doesn't it? And we're going to get lots of good stuff with this Blade Runner one. The way they're busting through.
Oh my God! Did you guys get the off-world level where you get all the shit?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yep.
Yeah. They've already gone through, what is it now, 20 stretch goals?
Yeah.
So they're killing it
in less than a freaking day.
Yeah, and I think they're right at or over $1 million.
Yeah, they're over.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good
yeah,
stuff.
that's fantastic. Those guys do great stuff.
Okay. I will finish this lining up here in a second.
10,241% funded.
All right.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. So and let's just kind of go over the rule set here. The interface first. For everybody who doesn't know, you're looking at a chat window on the left-hand side. That's where you'll see dice rolls will happen. And why is this screen?
Oh, you mean I can't cheat?
That's right. You can't cheat.
Damn it.
I see what it is. I want to pull this up a little bit and get that out of the way. Okay. So anything, and you'll see dice rolls there. You can chat. The little box down there at the bottom. You can type something in the box and hit enter, and you can send a message. You also can whisper to somebody by right mouse clicking on their portrait up above and selecting the 9 o'clock position, which says whisper. It fills it in with the person's name down below, and then you go down there, key your message in, hit enter, and it will whisper to that person. Remember, though, and I tell everybody, I see all whispers. Mother sees everything. Outside of that, that's kind of what the chat window is for. It just kind of shows you what's successful and what's not. Sometimes I may call for a roll, a manual roll, and you grab the dice and you grab them and you throw them into the chat window, and that will do the roll for you. If you don't put them in the window, then Fantasy Grounds doesn't record the roll. Okay. Double click on your portrait and it opens up a character sheet. If you ever lose your character sheet, can't find it, you just go double click on your portrait and it brings it up to the top.
How do you do multiple dice?
I'm going to show you here in a second, sir. Well, Fantasy Grounds, Aliens runs a D6 system, right. The black dice, okay? You'll see yellow dice come up when you start gaining stress. But Fantasy Grounds does pretty much, it's pretty much automated, Skeeter, so you're not going to have to worry about which dice to grab. You're going to be clicking on rolls, and we'll explain it here in a second how they work out. The D10 is used for initiative, and we grab that, and it goes, does initiative go from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10? Jeff?
Everybody else
1 to 10.
So many dice.
It's
kind of backwards
it is.
compared to what you're used to. It's low to high.
Thank you. And remind me, because I will forget that on a heartbeat too. So, okay. Now,
I figured it out.
Yeah, you're doing it. So, so you're looking at your character sheet. Your top, actually, I was going to say, I don't think I can bring it up for people to see Let me add another character in here so people can see it on screen. Just kind of we're talking about. Let me add Iona, and I'll take Iona as player characters. There we go. So bring this up, people can kind of see it on screen. Then I'll remove Iona. You got four attributes. Like you were used to with any deal: strength, agility, wits, and empathy. Basically, they're easy to understand. You get when you create your characters, you get a set of points for those stats, and then each attribute below that has a skill set. And so strength, it has below it close combat, heavy machinery, and stamina. Those are all basically strength rolls. When I ask you to make a roll like that, what you'll see is if I say make a close combat roll, it'll roll the 2 dice that close with close combat plus the 5 die with strength. So they're related together. And so when you're finding out or you're proficient with things and all that, the more dice you have, the better. Because what you're looking for with the black dice is a 6. And you'll see on the chat window there that the plus symbol is on the 6. That means it's a success. And that's what you're looking for on the roll. If you don't roll a success, then you don't get points. You don't get whatever I asked for was not successful. When you'll start getting yellow dice when we add in stress, which we'll cover here in a second. But basically, you get those dice, you roll them. If you want to push a roll, you get to push one roll one time, unless it has something that some of y'all may have abilities to push more than once. You will tick off a point of stress, and then you can make the roll again. To tick off a point of stress is down there, and you'll see that in the stress level. You'll see boxes down there, and you'll click on one. So you'll click the first one, which means you now have a point of stress, which now will bring out the yellow dice. That's when the shit hits straight in the fan, because if you'll roll those yellow dice, the 6 has the plus symbol on it, but it's the 1 has the face hugger on it. And the face hugger shows up, it trumps all your other rolls, even if you have successes. And then you start rolling off the stress table when the face hugger shows up. And that's where shit goes sideways on you. And when you get it, you'll see, our lovely people who are rolling, Fantasy Grounds will automatically kick in the panic roll or the stress roll, and it will tell you what is happening to your character and what you must deal with. And that's where the fun of the stress and way this rule set is geared toward, because as you know, aliens, there's lots of stress and lots of panicking and lots of bad things happening. Stress goes that you continue stress going up. I will tell you from time to time as things going on, I'll say, I guess the group or certain individual, add a point of stress, make me a roll, or add a point of stress, something happens to you, kabam. And you just clicking on those little lovely guys as they build up. Time factors can play in your favor where if over points of time, things are happening where you can relieve the stress, and start ticking them back off. Or you also, all of y'all, if you look at your character sheet, if you go to, is it under gear? Let me check. Signature item. Yeah. Signature item is something special that you carry around in your hand, on your person. And you can use it once per game, right? Once per game, I think, or session, to basically help lower a point of stress and some time off.
Once per act.
Per act, thank you. Yeah, session, thank you. Yep. And we'll explain. So that's a good point. And I know I may be all over the place with the rules. Acts are, so these are called, the cinematic campaign is what this series is that we're playing. And it's basically like a movie. It's set up into 3 acts. And as you progress through the storyline, things take place, and then you will get to the second act, and things can reset. Well, as you finish up that first act, I'm going to assess how well you role-played your character, and based on how well you do, I will award story points to you. Now, you're supposed to only have 1 story point for the act and all that, and I sometimes may give a second one, and the reason that is because we're streaming, okay? And so we're trying to put on a show. Most of the time, it's just 1 story point for an act, and you may use that story point. It's like inspiration in 5e. Other rule sets, it's basically you can alter a roll, you can add on a point of success. There's things you can do with that story point. Cash it in for whatever you want it to be for. So that is what's going on when we're talking about acts. Your personal agendas are also related to the acts. Each one of y'all were given a personal agenda that is only known to you and me, and that is some of the stuff that I'm gauging off of how well you RP and play your character.
I do not have a personal agenda.
If you looked in your private messages, Skeeter.
Oh.
You did, sir, because you said, "Hey, awesome."
Okay.
That's your personal agenda.
I lost it.
Oh my God! Oh
Why isn't it on my character sheet?
Because it's private. You're not supposed to know about it. And so if we put it on the character sheet while you guys were all looking at it all, you could read.
No, why isn't it on my character sheet in Fantasy Grounds?
Because it's not supposed to be shown.
Oh.
I could put it there now.
Whatever.
Okay. So you could cut. Would you like me to put it there for you, Skeeter, in personal agenda for you, so you know what it is? Here, I'll do that for you.
I would.
Because it's going to change.
I would feel less stress.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Oh my Lord. There
but
you go.
But he wants you to feel stressed.
So. I do want you to feel stressed, and it changes every act. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
Okay. Yeah, there you. I'm sure you do. Okay. Now, so that's basically. Off the front, we'll go back to the main character, the main tab on the character sheet. Like I said, you've got your skill sets there, your talents. You'll want to pay attention to those because they can affect rolls and things that are going on. And if you want to know what that talent, it means, the little face hugger symbol next to the talent, as long as you have the rule set book open, you can click on it and it will tell you what your special talents are. Skeeter, like yours is your banter. So you can start relieving stress through your gabbing.
Oh yes, it is. Can I increase stress by talking shit at the wrong time?
Quite possible, Skeeter, in this game. Quite possible. Okay. And then so that's what you want to pay attention to those. They are important throughout the game. Conditions, we don't get much into those right now. Consumables also. I know that we should. Power is one that's specifically used a lot, especially in Charity of the Gods, with what's going on in here to some degree. So I'm. It's like gold weight and coinage on in D&D and all that. And your torches? Do you really track that all the time?
No.
No, it don't. It sometimes,
I'm against encumbrance. I think that is a useless. Accounting rule.
So, well, in our routine, I'm not so nitpicky on it because there's going to be a lot going on, and so I sometimes bypass over that. Sometimes, so there are a few times. I know there are a few times in the module where power kind of comes into play, but so be it. There's going to be else going on. Your health also will start ticking down. But when it hits 0, bad shit starts happening to you, and tables start rolling, and that will start happening in combat. If you go to your combat tab, you'll see that you some bitches have a bunch of stuff. So okay, you've got combat actions. Basically, you can use to add extra rolls to things. Your weapons over there, we'll do that kind of here, and we'll kind of do a little show that how that works because I've got to remember. But you'll make your targeting rolls, or you can make your like you do your pulse rifle roll. You can roll it. It takes into account your skill sets for ranged combat and makes those rolls. And you're looking for, like I said, that success, and those successes give you the damage indicator plus. The extra success, you can add on another point of damage. So you're trying to get the first 6 plus the extra 6s to add on damage when you're doing things.
Your Majesty, I have a question.
Shoot.
Are we tracking ammo?
So Aliens doesn't really track ammo to a certain degree. So, okay. But it's not
certain weapons they do.
Yeah, certain weapons. Now, they'll have a reload. They'll tell you, like, I think, like the rocket launcher,
Yes.
how many damn, grenades do you have, and so.
All of them.
Oh, that's not a question. I just have to reload that thing.
Yeah. So
That's my opening salvo.
yeah, it might have that. And so like their pulse rifles, magazine's carrying a lot of shells. But the question is, when does it reload? And so, go ahead, Jeff.
The reload happens when you've got a stress dice and you roll to attack and you get a face hugger.
Mm-hmm.
That means you have spent all the ammo in the weapon and must reload next round.
Thank you. Yes. So because there's one of the
remember that.
I will go over it and I'll forget it. And then Jeff, thank you, because I was going to mention, I knew it had to do with the roll, because there is actually a panic roll where you'll actually empty your gun in whatever's in front of you when you panic. Okay.
Do I have to panic?
Yes.
Do that?
Yeah, you can choose to do that, but yeah, sometimes you might actually panic and you will, spray your gun everywhere. That's
in there.
So that's how you handle the reloads of aliens, like your cutting torch or the flamethrowers have the canisters and all that, and they'll tell you it comes with 2 reloads. And so I may have you may be using it for a few rounds, and I might say, well, you're getting close to understanding you may have to have a reload. I'm not as picky about it, but I'm not going to let you sit there and continue firing at all the 20 rounds of combat, and you're going to run out of ammo sooner than later. So if you even last that long. So okay, so we'll come back to combat here in a second. Your gear still, once again, and any of the stuff you want to know, you click on it and it will tell you kind of what your bonus is when you're shooting it, based on if you're inside your zone, at what range it has. And we'll kind of be playing that by ear when you're if and when you get into combat. The damage shows you.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
I know. The damage shows you. Your range is sitting in there. We'll tell you what the plus is for. So, then you'll get more stuff. Like I said, your signature items there. Some of it is just fairly standard. Some folded, like Dante's, yours is your papers. And you keep those close to you. Okay, ship we don't use at the moment. And then your log, basically, which is last, is going to have your demographics of who you are. We'll put your personal agenda in there for everybody for showcasing. Then your information about who you are and your character that you saw in the PDF I sent you when y'all were checking. Now, the other thing is your relationships, which is up there, up right hand corner. Your buddy is who you're pals with. Your rival, who you do not get along with. And that is important. Just take it for what it's worth. Okay? And you get to role play it that way.
You're my trouble buddy.
Oh, God.
And you.
Yeah.
Now-
I don't like Hammer either.
Yeah, that's right. So this is where I'm going to ask for Jeff Jake, you're going to have to help me a little bit here, because I can't remember. We're going to cover combat here real quick. Let me grab
My rival is Mason, which is Bash, which is perfect.
Right.
Just like the Charity of the Gods game.
Well, let's do.
I'm not going to say who my rival is. That's for the viewers to find out.
That's right. Why don't we introduce our characters? We'll start with Dante going down and who you are and whatever information that you want to reveal. Some of that you don't reveal, but y'all are a squadron of colonial marines. And I'll give you the scenario a little bit about where y'all are at, in a second here. But why don't y'all introduce yourselves and say your friends, who your relationships are with, who you back and forth, anything else you want to reveal. But we'll start with Dante.
I am Private First Class Ruth Dante, and my trouble buddy is Hammer, and we're the breaching team. We're up front and blow shit up and shoot other stuff that tries to run away. And I'm a bit talkative. I know it's going to be draining, but you know what? When we get into a nice, safe place and I start telling you some stories, you're really going to appreciate it, because it's going to let us all rest. It's going to bring down our stress. And by the way, we have to clear this mission. Everybody has to be safe because I had a discharge came through right as I was walking out the door. So I got a life to get back to. So don't screw this up, boys.
Now, I will tell you also, Dante, they will know a little bit about your backstory. And did you read your backstory? I already probably know the answer to that, but I'm still going to ask. Okay, so do you want to tell them what happened with you or where you've been? Because Dante's been gone for a little while. Well, y'all have been stationed.
I was at Fort Nebraska
That's
having
where y'all are at.
having some downtime, and everything's cool. It's all fine. That twitchy arm thing is I got it under control.
Were you in
Everything is going to
Tahiti?
be fine. Yes, when I was in Tahiti. Actually,
God.
that is really close. So,
Reveal what you want to of that part.
yeah, no, I'm supposed to go home. That's it. I got a twitchy arm.
Well, they know you. Okay, they know you were in the hospital. They do know
Yes.
that. Okay, yeah. So, and she's kind of coming back, partly bionic.
I'm fine, really. It's gonna be
bionic
fine.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fine. I want to go home.
Yep. They do want to go home.
Sounds foobar to me.
That's what I thought. Okay. What did I just do here? I just screwed up deal. Okay.
Don't stand in front of me if I get really twitchy. I'm just saying. Things could go poorly.
Wear the door breaches. Don't stand in front of us. End of statement.
Right.
All right. Next up is Mason.
Duff, going back to the question that we talked about last night.
They won't know part of that. They will know that you've been on it. You've come from another. You transferred in from another group. But that's about it.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good. Gunnery Sergeant Mason, part of the CBRN defense team, squad leader for these chuckle fucks here. And yeah, that's about all you motherfuckers need to know. Next.
Oh, folks. Yeah. Hammer. So sorry.
Hi, Private Nathaniel Hammer. I am the breach. I go in the door before you do. Well, Dante does too, but yeah. We are part of the assault team, and we are designed for urban pacifism, which sounds really fun. I am apparently an artificial womb baby. I was not born. I was created. I am a soldier of war. I was tailored specifically for war. This is what I do. This is what I love. However, I also did just get out of the break for almost beating someone to death. He almost beat me in a card game by cheating. Can't have that. You forfeit your life when you cheat at cards. I'm sorry. It's just how it is.
I was there. I saw the whole thing.
Yeah. And apparently I'm a drug addict. So there's that.
Okay.
But it's
Good.
going to be okay because once I get out of here, I'm going to take Hammer with me and we're going to have babies and they're going to be superheroes.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
God.
Oh, fucking
Oh
God,
my
damn it all,
God.
man.
Oh my God. Oh, what have I got myself into? I do not
Hey,
know.
man, you asked me to play.
I know.
That shows a lack of judgment on your part.
It is. It's true. True. Chaplain. Don't hear you. You're muted, sir. Nope. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
We know hear you.
How about now?
There you
There
go.
we go.
There you go.
All right. My name is so I'm Chaplain. My friends call me Charlie. I'm a Hyperdyne 341C model. I prefer the term artificial person.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm part of the team for medical support, and I coordinate the squad's field objectives with command.
Yep, that's basically it. All right, and as we call them,
Fucking robots.
it's a robot. You got a robot with you.
Disgusting.
I know we're saying it wrong, but it's just I'm used to playing it because I played Majewski before. It's the Juice Man. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, I'm Private First Class, and since nobody can say the name right, Juice. You know that he pretty much doesn't like anybody, but he particularly doesn't like Hammer. But anybody else, it just kind of all piss him off. And he carries around a belt with a buckle that's actually a knife. And when he gets really agitated, sometimes he'll take the belt out and shake it in their face, and it's kind of, you get to know the belt. If you don't take care, he'll show you the belt essentially.
Does
Oh,
that mean you give out spankies?
I just had flashbacks to my youth.
If you deserve one, yeah, you're gonna get one, Skeeter.
Oh my!
We have a
It's
secondary mission.
Here we go already, and it's barely even a session 0. The
But
smack
only if
is
you
getting-
ask. Only
So-
if you ask nice Dante.
So we have though y'all are Colonial Marines, we're just sticking with the rule sets that were released with this module. As you know, they have a full Colonial Marine book out and all that, which like some of the rest of you, I have barely cracked open, but I have looked at it. It is gorgeous, but I have not taken in all the extra stuff that comes along with that. So if you're expecting that, don't mean to disappoint you, but we'll stick with what's going on here. And
I have yet to see anything from Free League that isn't gorgeous.
yeah, so yeah, it's true. So
Yeah. Including the One Ring stuff too.
now
Yeah, I got my copy here about a week ago.
Okay.
so you've got your character sheets open. The one other thing that so there will be maps, and I'll send one over here in a little bit and show you how that works out. And like I said, most of these maps will be theater of the mindish, because of the size and all that. Like I said, Matt Jowett, as he goes by, jows him on Twitch and YouTube, who runs Free League's game. He's got a couple of maps that we'll use when we get close and personal. But the other thing you'll need to have open a lot of times is the cross swords in the upper right hand corner of Fantasy Grounds. If you click on that little icon, it's called the Combat Tracker.
Hey.
And you'll see this is where you'll see in things order when we do initiative rolls and put those in place. Boom. Okay. You do your initiative rolls. Y'all can roll them up and go right ahead. And it's doing for me, which is really cool because we had to do it manually. Well, we were using Priest, one of the developers, community developers for Fantasy Grounds, released the rule set mod and the rule set for Aliens before Free League had given it to Fantasy Grounds, and we were using that for a couple of shows, and he hadn't had it all programmed in yet, and one of them was the initiative. But you'll see as you're rolling.
I think go to combat, and the combat actions is actually an initiative option to click.
Oh yeah, that's why I was getting all screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, where do you hit the roll button?
If you go to combat, there's a combat actions on the left side.
Sorry, yeah, on combat, just yep.
The top option is initiative. Just click on the shield, the star.
You click on the little the dice, the D symbol, the D6. Yep, and it rolls it for you, and bam, throws you all in. Actually, it's a D6, but you're rolling a D10. So boom. Now that's going to show you in turn order.
It didn't add that in my combat tracker.
Well, go click it again because you didn't roll it.
No, it did. It did. I don't think you can have the same initiative number as somebody else.
Oh, so they don't.
Oh, really?
Right. I think it's right, but I thought maybe they would have done it. Well, he just rolled an 8. Yeah, it's not taken. Someone's already else has got an 8. You got to keep rolling it till you get in line. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you
Well,
can't
that's
have
weird.
duplicates technically.
Yeah, well, it was interesting because when you, like with 5e, they take it off, then they take your dex modifier, and they throw it that way. I would have thought,
No,
maybe,
that's cool.
yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah,
I
see,
would
we don't
taken,
have that problem in Roll20.
Oh, oh, there we go. There we
yeah,
go.
but
Touche.
Roll20 doesn't have aliens either. So
Touche. All righty.
Since
now.
Dante is the only lady in this group, ladies go first, so I get the first roll at initiative.
Oh, is that what it's going to be? Okay.
That's
All
what
right.
it's gonna be.
I see.
Marines.
Now you also
Equal rights.
I have added in a UPP soldier who is down there on the deal. You'll see it shows up now. If we're in maps and all that, sometimes I can add the token onto the map. This is going to be your target now. So we would start with Masons at the top of the order. So you can control click. If you're going to target somebody, you can control click on their spot you hold your control key down and click, I'm assuming. And it will then, that will show you who you're targeting. And then when you make your equipment roll, so like Mason, I want you to target the soldier.
all right. So yeah, I'll do ranged combat on the soldier.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, you're going to use your pulse rifle. It will do the range combat for you. Right? I believe it should.
No,
Yeah.
I believe in the combat tab, if you click on the dice for your equipment, your rifles, it rolls what the damage dice is.
Oh, I thought it rolled the
I think I could be wrong.
It shows what your base damage is.
It shows the
when
base
you roll.
damage. But don't you you click on the die, the action link, which rolls the attack roll for you.
Okay.
Try it.
Let me
It
see.
should.
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody keeps
Yeah.
rolling stuff.
See, and you gave
Yeah,
them.
that's
Yeah,
mine.
okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah. It does. It's linked.
Yeah. So Mason target them, and target the UPP soldier, and you give him. Okay.
How do you target them?
Control. You hold the control key down, and you can click on the symbol for the creature in the combat tracker.
Now, when we have maps, and stuff, Skeeter, you can
click on the token.
You can click on you can control click the token, or you can, like for what you're getting ready to roll, you can grab it, hold it, and drag it over onto the token on the map, and it will roll it as well.
Oh, okay.
There's multiple ways to do it. So Mason did a shot, and you got 2 successes. So that means you got 2 hits. So you got your base damage plus 1 more, correct, Jeff? So that should be 3 points of damage, right?
Well, I get a stunt, so I can do.
Or you can stun.
Extra damage. I can knock him prone, knock him back, knock him down,
knock something out of his hand.
Yeah. So let me explain it to the other guys. So yeah, I totally forgot about stunts. And so that extra success that he got, you can choose. There's multiple things you can choose, and we can bring it up in the rule set. But you can show off to some degree or do something extra. Especially if it's not in combat. If I tell you to make an observation roll, there's ways that you can push that. You can show off, or you can save it and say, I want to be able to add a success for the next time I make this roll. There's multiple ways, so you're basically pocketing that extra success. You don't have to use
some of the stunts are really cool in that you don't ever have to make a roll for the rest of the game. For that particular, like if you're have to hack a door open and you do your Comtech roll and you get a success, you can basically, one of your stunts is, I don't have to roll to hack any more doors here.
In that particular area that you're in, you basically understand the whole mechanics of it. Yeah. And so I don't think, I'm going to say where are the let me see the skills. I was going to say that in the book.
Stunts are under combat actions.
Yeah.
It's got it under there. If you click on the skill, it talks about your stunts.
That's what I was trying. Oh, but off of the skill.
There to the right when you click skills.
Yeah.
It pulls up your list, and then you click on it. the skill, and it pulls up and it gives you what
Thank you.
all about the skill there. Yeah.
He's in charge. There you go. Okay. So that gave Jeff. In that case, basically, we're taking others that you got the base damage of 2 plus the extra success should be 3 points of damage. And then
that's why there when Mason rolled, it shows a stunt rather than the increase to the base damage because he has to decide if he wants to take that to damage.
And then you just roll that stunt, right?
Yeah. Well, you don't
you
even have to
choose
roll
it.
the stunt. You just determine what it is. You choose what it is.
Oh,
I want that to go to extra damage. So then the 2 becomes 3 points of damage.
Yep.
Or your stunt can be I knock him down, knock him back out of a doorway, knock something out of his hand.
Okay.
So what happens here is I'm sorry, I'm telling Jeff. Basically, he's going to say, okay, I'll add the extra damage. So right now, this UPP soldier is facing 3 points of damage. So what I have to do now is I have an armor roll. I've got I'm wearing armor, and I'm going to make a roll. And here's my armor roll. And for each one of my successes means I negate 1 point of damage. So basically, just what happened is I just totally whiffed that and took 3 bullets. Pow, pow, pow. And so I go over to my HP and I drop myself down to 2 now.
I noticed that it's got a little tag there under his that says increased damage. Can you click that, Mason?
Let's see.
No, that's what I did under the stunt.
Well, down at the bottom
combat.
below the roll, it talks about increased damage.
Yeah, I know. What I did was I clicked on the dice that says extra damage, and it pops it up in the chat.
It does show it then. That's pretty cool. That is pretty dope.
Okay, and when y'all do that, remind me to pay attention to that, so I see what's going on, because all of us and our personalities will be yelling John back and forth, getting all into it, and what I don't want to do is get in down to the minutia of it all, but I do want to make sure that if you get the successes or get the damages and all that we do it right, because it does kind of matter, with what you're facing most of the time. So that's basically how combat's played out until you are on death's door. Now, but on death's door, I don't know. I can't remember. So I don't got 21. Is the table going to roll once you start having critical wounds? Or do you just start bleeding out?
When you go to 0, you take a crit and you got to roll on the crit table.
I was trying to see if Fantasy Grounds was doing it. I can't remember. So, and I apologize because we haven't had a chance to use the full rule set. We were using this third party one for quite a long time, and I need to see. But I wanted everybody to see that is that as things start happening, there are critical wounds in this game, and there is a table that will be rolled off of what's going on, and they can range anywhere from you losing your hand or finger to you basically punctured an artery and you're bleeding out everywhere, and your guts fall over the ground, or you lose a leg and you're gonna
instant death,
or instant death. Yes, truly instant death. Or you get eaten and you're gonna within that next round you're bleeding out and you're crawling across the floor and you die out in the middle of the room. As when it comes to be your turn next, unless someone can get over to you and save you in time.
Yeah,
So.
it's under campaign and tables, and then it rolls it for you right there too.
And so I got
ruptured aorta right out of the gate.
There you go. So
Fatal.
And you got 1 round, and if you don't make it in 1 round there, someone get to you to try to use a med kit on you or whatever, you're gonna die out. Now we'll let you know that there are like 3 or 4 more NPCs that will be joining the group here. If by chance you do die out, something like that happens catastrophically, you'll take over one of the other NPCs, so that you guys aren't done out of the game. Okay, so you'll be able to continue playing forward. The rest, that was really just kind of showing how the combat worked, and we just kind of go. You do your attack. Now they do have basically, like Overall said, they have a slow and fast action, and so you kind of choose what those are. Most of the time, it's fast is moving and slow is shooting. Jeff, would that be kind of?
Yeah, that's pretty much
kind of which it is. Yeah. And you work through combat or shooting through zones. And so basically, they're basically distances and all that. But I may call out, like, y'all in a room, that's going to be your medium zone or your initial zone where you're at. But let's say y'all might be in a long hallway and you're trying to shoot something all the way down the hallway. I say, well, that might be in zone number 2. Well, that's going to, depending on what your weapons abilities are, I might negate you a -1 or a -2 on the roll because of the distance that you're shooting if you go through another zone. Now, your movements are also in zone based. They're not really, I can only move 30 feet and all that. If you're moving, you as humans can move through a zone. So you're in a zone, you can move to the next zone, and you can move inside and do your thing. Some of the things you're facing might have 2 or 3 zone movements. And so you just need to be prepared that they, when I got away from this thing, maybe not. So some things are very fast, some things are very slow, but for humans yourself, you basically move through a zone one at a time. Okay. Trying to think, was there anything really else did I post the rule set for y'all in the chat, the intro rules? Let me go back up here and look if I did or not, because I'm going to say the PDF that was given. I'll throw that in there real quick so y'all can, if you don't have it, you can read it. Rules.
Did you talk about how we can help each other also with rolls?
Go right ahead. Go right ahead while I'm doing this. Please explain.
So if somebody's trying to do a Comtech roll, up to 3 players can assist, and each player that assists gives an additional +1 to the roll, a +1 dice. So that can be pretty powerful when you're trying to do something that's kind of clutch, and you need to get this door open. Got 3 players that are helping, or up to 3 anyway. Those 3 extra dice can come in handy.
And same thing with like healing and all that. You have the special you have your what is the roll? It's survival roll or medical aid. But there are things that will allow you to add on to that or save somebody.
Kits.
Yeah. And sometimes I'm a little lax on those. Basically, what's going on. I'm not trying to kill you off totally right out of the gate. No promises, but there'll be ways that you can try to pull somebody out of harm's way and things like that. And
as Forrest Gump says, "Stupid is as stupid does." Sometimes it happens.
Yep, it does. It's true. Where is I'll post it here in a second. I don't want to bog us down. Any questions so far as what we're chatting with the new guys and looking at what we're seeing here? Anything we went too fast and want to cover again? Most of it we'll learn fairly quickly as we get into the game, and you'll remember it. It's not overly complicated. I don't think.
It's really, once you get in, figure out like the basis or the basics of it, it goes really fast.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The fun part is the stressing and the panic rolls, because as you start, and they will roll for you when you get the facehuggers, and when you get those show up, you'll see the dice start rolling and giving you verdicts of what just happened to your character as things rage out. And you can accumulate stress pretty fast in some instances with what's going on, and other times it may take a little time to knock it off.
And instant death is a thing.
It is. It is.
And we should note that androids can't make panic rolls.
So that's right. Androids and Chaplain should have your strengths and all that. They should be already baked in to your character sheet, so you're good there. So you're good to know there. All right. Well, let's kind of set the.
Also, Duff, I put something in the Discord and pinned it. It's kind of like a little cheat sheet that also tells you what slow actions and fast actions.
Thank you. I have that too. I didn't post it. I have a bigger one if you can't. I think you can read that one, right? Is it? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Cool. But I'll post the intro rules. But that's really kind of what it boils down to: is the 2 sets of dice. When you really start rolling dice, shit hits the fan fairly quickly, as it's supposed to. All All right. So let's kind of set this, and we can then go, and then I'll work with Jeff a little bit. We'll see if we can get a Zoom working. What you jarheads, who y'all are, and what's going on. Let me bring up a map. That might actually help. Where is my campaign images?
Hey, who's in charge of this shit sandwich?
Well, okay, so there are 3 other NPCs, I believe. So let me go to that, and I will that's actually a fair question, sir or ma'am.
I know there's the captain.
That's who. That's where we're gonna have to take on. So Silva is the basically the ringleader for the group that's put in charge of this group. Let me put Silva in here so I can read his. He is captain of the group. He's the commander. He's the one that will kind of be, giving orders. I will play him out to some degree. Based on things that need to happen decision-making wise, I'm probably going to, I may round robin that to y'all because I know what's going on, so I don't want to send y'all somewhere, I'm going to let y'all choose it. Usually someone is playing Silva, but y'all chose this time not to. So we might actually, if push comes to shove, Chaplain and Mason maybe, because I know Hammer, Dante, and Majewski are not going to order each other around. God help us. Those 3 are going to basically, not take shit from each other. That's how it's supposed to work. So Chaplain, we may put you in charge on making decisions from time to time, since you're the level-headed robot.
I'm the white collar worker. I'm
There you go.
banishment.
Okay, but
Oh
Silva.
boy, that ain't gonna go like you think it will.
So that is there's. Let me make sure, did I get them all? Let me close out. Let me go close out references. Pre-generated characters: Chaplain, Dante, Iona, Hammer, Mason, Silva, Majewski. Okay, so there are 2 more: Iona and Silva. And Iona should be just another jarhead. Excuse what I'm saying. She is sergeant, so she's second in command. Wonderful. So neither one of y'all took any of the commands. So what they will do most of the time will hang out, for back support, covering rear maneuvers, things like that. Unless I know kind of what's happening, or they will stay back behind. And like I said, they will be open to y'all if someone were to pass soon into the netherworld. Then you'll have your pick which one you want to choose and take over. But they will be with you.
Me and Chaplain.
But they will be with y'all though on the mission. So they're not just sitting. They're not sitting on the sidelines. Y'all are here. Let's bring this up. Images. Key thing, not your characters. Holy crap, there's a lot of images here. Interstellar. Where's the damn... No. I just wanted the damn star map. Holy crap. All right, well, they didn't give me the full map, but y'all are at actually Fort Nebraska. Do they have a picture of the damn... Come here. Story of Worlds. Story. Let's bring up the story. Scenario overview. I'll read that in a second. You're in the Kruger 60 system, which is located in the within the outer veil on the far reaches of known space area. Kruger 60 and 61 Cygna are 2 colonial systems located very close to the UPP border. And the UPP is one of your other factions. Y'all are part of the United Americas, the Colonial Marines, and the UPP are basically more of the Asian regime, conglomeration of deals, and they're not happy with the United Americas. There have been on and off in this quadrants and sub, the next two quadrants, several skirmishes, a little fisticuffs, little battles, dead body. Some actually it's not all out war, but there have been high tensions, and the reason is that supplies, oil, resources are low in the area. This system that y'all are in, the Kruger system, is a key oil supply, and it is one of the staging posts, military staging post for the United Americas Allied Command and the Colonial Marines. Been this way for some time now, and it's been here because of the oil wars that have taken on here. Severe petroleum shortages throughout the colonies have led the United Americas, the three world empires, which I believe is Britain and Japan, I believe, work together, and then the UPP is all the rest of the, I think, Asian and Southeast Asian and Arab territories, I believe, joined together. They're into a race to try to find new sources of oil. These, everybody's stretched too thin, everybody's tired, and but nobody's backing down. However,
hey man, can't we milk some oil out of Chaplin? Isn't that what he's full of?
So
I heard you can milk anything with nipples.
It was something.
Heyo.
Recently,
It's actually white synthetic.
That's right.
lubricant.
It is. It's white. Recently, the UPP expanded their borders to engulf the 61 Cygnus system, which is right next door to y'all, annexing the colony in the process. The Allied Command sent a task force to challenge this claim. The Kruger 60, which is y'all on the moons, and the moon system that where y'all are at. Y'all are on the Fort Nebraska was basically is the colony is on a moon, which and it's a thriving metropolis. It was not a metropolis, but a very big. It was a nice town area. Lots of people. It's done real well for quite a long time. But then they were making lots of money until they kind of got greedy. And then the corporations kind of stepped in and started kind of laying the law down, and the wars kind of started taking a toll, and this once prosperous area kind of fell to the wayside. And they have basically a oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? The space elevator. Thank you. Big words. They have basically a space elevator comes up from the colony all the way up to where the fort's at, which used to be a port station area, loading area, where ships would come in and dock and get the crude oil pumped into them. And this whole big space station area, what do you want to call it, big area, was turned into a fort. The top part of it plus the area right at the bottom of the space elevator, and it was called basically Fort Nebraska, and that is where y'all are at. And y'all have been here for a few weeks prepping. We'll say more than a few weeks. We'll say a few months prepping for being shipped out. UP. Okay. Oh, there we go. Mortis, thank you. UPP is Russia and China. Okay. Vietnam, Germany, Spain. Oh boy, they really all. Oh, I thought it was all the Asian and okay, so it's more. Okay, I stand corrected. It's more of the European continent, except for Japan and Britain. Because I'm reading the new Colony War book right now that has a module in the back of it, and it's pretty damn good.
The power of the PP.
So, the current event. So about the colonists. There used to be about 200,000 colonists that lived in this area. In the 3 years that followed, the population crashed. A lot have left. Some are still leaving. There's about 2,200 left that are on the colony of this ghost town that is left. And they're fairly certain that some of them possibly could be UPP loyalists. That's why they keep a fairly good contingent of the Colonial Marines shipped here, staying here at all time, and to guard what the machinery, the oil that's still here, and prepare, and also as more Marines come in, because there's an ever growing fear that UPP, they've annexed the colony next to y'all and the system next to where y'all are at, that they're going to head this way and do the same thing, and all that war will take place. This place is cold as hell. It is sub-zero weather, if it's snowing, or it's just freezing all the time. And so when you go out, you have to have a lot of cold weather gear. You don't want to be caught outside for long periods of time because of the weather that's going on. That has always been a part of this place. Things have gotten kind of tense because of what's been happening once the UPP colony, basically took over the other colony. People were getting more antsy to leave, and lots of them were, starting to get on the ships to get the hell out of here. And all of a sudden, there was a flight ban was put into place, stopping anybody from leaving, and that has now got the rest of the remaining colonists that are here pissed off, upset, stormed the airport or the port area to try to get out, and the Marines had to step in and shut them down, stop the ships that were even still here, couldn't even leave, and so it's a big ass mess out at what we will call the spaceport area. I'm trying to see what else y'all need to know. The refinery. Let me see. What I do want to show you is just go ahead and I do want to give you a map, but I want to see. Orbital Fort Nebraska is an aging. Okay, so a little bit more about this, as I knew where it was at. I couldn't find it. So Orbital Fort Nebraska is an aging counterweight station with a tether connecting it moonside. This fortified weapons platform started off as an oil refinery module, but years of modification have left it a maze of maintenance crawl spaces, monitoring stations, refining pipelines, and waste tanks. Military ships are rearmed via an extensive crane network designed to pull off old magazine and replace them with fresh ordnance. There's a ton of ordnance, and it's a fort, and y'all are packed to the brim with weapons, machinery, all of the above. Yeah, it also has an orbital defense system, laser array, bombardment equipment. It is a, very, imposing orbital defense system that the fort has. And there's a full battalion usually stationed here, like I said. And y'all have been brought in recently to offset some numbers, and we're going to be shipping out. The moon to space transporter system, the space elevator, consists of a cable anchored to the surface that extends to the station in geosynchronous orbit. This design permits a 3-story climber car to travel along the 20-meter cable in about 6 hours, or what we'll call one shift. And this, we'll talk about shifts as we get into the game. That's basically how we forward time through shifts and things like that. A series of flexible pipelines also run up the tether, allowing a transfer of the oil from the refinery, the storage tanks below, up to the refinery. The ground fort, conceived to protect the moon's oil stores. The original fort and the anchor tether were built on the foundation of the colony's defunct and dismantled atmospheric processor. Originally a walled fuel tank compound, the USMC added surface to orbital gun emplacements, munitions, a vehicle depot, weapon testing laboratories, a man-made chasm with access to old processor sublevels. There's basically an underground complex below y'all. And the power's colony comes from the original processor reactor, which is partially can be seen in the fort, and the rest of it's underground. There are multiple restricted areas that y'all know, and most of that applies to the sublevels below you, where the weapons testing facilities are housed. While Fort Nebraska's standard complement of 2,000 Marines, there are currently only 200 support personnel in orbit with the same amount on Moonside, but there are the Marines shipping out in vast droves, like I said, except for there are 2 frigates up in the sky that are, basically guarding the space area above and keeping ships from landing. I think that is the. But do I have a picture of the fort? And I know that we do. I'm trying to show what it looks like. I can kind of see this.
Did you see my text?
No, I did not.
Look at it.
Uh-oh.
Look at it.
I know Mama Prater's telling me to look at something. I don't
Oh,
know
you're
what-
in trouble.
Look at it.
Look at this. What am I looking at?
Does this look infected?
Oh, it's a cool looking frog.
Yeah, you need to come down and see it. He's still there.
All right, let me finish what I'm doing. I'm streaming right now. It's one of those big amphibian-looking green. Oh, that's a funky-looking frog, man. Characters
for the rest of
handout.
the class.
Okay, Marshall Station. Okay, oil refinery. I'm not really worried about that. The Fort Nebraska. Okay, so and the Eye of Oblivion. Okay, that's other district. Okay, so here y'all are. Bloop. And you can use your mouse wheel to scroll in, move around, but you're going to kind of see kind of where y'all are at. You see the space elevator to the north. You've got docking stations and there are other sublevels areas, weapon testing labs, firing ranges, cold storage, and y'all's isolation wards. And I think y'all are where are y'all stored at? Loading dock. Well, where are y'all? Weapons testing. Is there another level? Maybe I'm missing. I think there's one more level where y'all are at. Okay, so the point of what the story, that lovely narration that y'all were just given, is at this moment, y'all are basically prepping to get shipped out, and y'all are on this in this Fort Nebraska area, understanding that y'all are shipping out to be on some of the frigate ships in response to what possibly could be war with the UPP. And I think that's all I want to reveal to y'all until we start. You know what? We'll just sit there. You know what? We're going. Y'all are all sitting around in your barracks. John pushing off each other, doing your thing, and your deal with your Captain Silva when he receives a message that him and his squad need to see the colonel here at the station.
Colonel Sanders?
Colonel Sanders. No, I knew.
You need a 6-piece to go?
God help me.
Welcome in, Marines. I'm about to show you my secret blend
Now,
of herbs and spices.
Y'all know that there is a commanding officer, Colonel Myers, is in charge of this fort. And he has now sent a direct message to Silva and his squad that y'all are immediately need to be seen at his office. And that is where we'll leave the storyline until...
Uh-oh.
I think you
gotta
said-
go see the principal.
I think you said Colonel Sanders wrong.
It was autocorrect.
Yeah.
That's right.
Please
So-
tell me he has white hair and a goatee.
No, I don't believe Colonel Sanders has white hair and a goatee. I believe there is an actual picture of him, which I'll find here. So, but that is, we're going to hold that. That basically, y'all are minding your own business, getting prepped, and Silva was called with his squad to come see the colonel, the
Squad
lead
goals.
commanding officer for Fort Nebraska, urgently.
He got
I
busted by the chicken man.
say.
Yeah. Okay.
I say.
That's right.
You
All right.
boys, I got some chicken for you.
Just so it's not cornbread.
Yep. All righty. I think that's where we're going to, yep, that is where we're going to leave it until.
Oh, we got to start out going to the principal's office.
You're going to the principal's office. That's right.
Man, this is like school all over again.
Right? All right,
It's
Marines.
the first day.
It's the first
All
day,
right,
and y'all
Marines. Drop
all
your
ready.
cocks and grab your socks. We got to go.
Yeah, Silva says, secure your shit, Marines. Weapon up, and let's go see what the hell Colonel Myers wants. Up to it.
Wants to give us a secret recipe.
That's right. Okay. Any questions? Anything we covered too fast, too slow?
How do you whisper?
You right mouse click on the character's portrait.
You
that
talk
you want to
You
really
lower
softly.
you lower your voice.
Oh, damn. Yes.
Get real
Yeah.
close to the mic and talk
And you-
real soft.
You get real soft.
If you
Yeah.
put a pillow over their faces, it doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
Then you can whisper sweet nothings into their ear just like this.
The
Uh,
stream
but-
just
but
went
to
to
answer-
SMR.
Yeah, but to answer your question, you can right click if you're trying to whisper another player. You can right click their token up top, or you can type in. I think it's what /whisper.
Slash W,
Yeah.
and then
Or
the
slash
person's
W,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how do you whisper to the GM?
/base GM.
/W space G.
So yeah, /W space GM, and then the space, then the message. Now, that is a good point. Is that I will be there? You go. Thank you, Majewski. Hello. You whispered to me, and and all of you should get yeah the little dwings. Now you make sure y'all keep that. So Fantasy Grounds has a tendency to clutter up when you've got the combat tracker open, you've got a map and your character sheet open at all times. But try to keep that chat window open. You can see the bottom. I will whisper to y'all a lot. I promise you that I'll be whispering. Things are going to be going on, or I might from time to time ask you to make a roll in the tower. And did I put the GM's tower on? Nope, it's not on.
Nope.
So, okay, so I just
No,
showed
it is.
It's on down. So the GM's tower is the face hugger that you see in the bottom right hand corner.
What?
Of Fantasy
I
Grounds.
don't
You
have that.
You should see it. It's barely visible down in the bottom right hand corner next to the menu. You should see a little face hugger
Yep.
symbol.
No, I got it.
If you grab, when I ask you to make a roll, you would grab that roll and you drag and drop it on on that little symbol, and it will make the DM roll, and I will see it. You won't. You can also move that tower. If you right mouse click on it, you can unlock the position of it and then grab that dice tower and move it over. I like to keep it over by the chat window so I don't have to go searching for it all the time. But you can unlock it and move it. So, but I will ask you to make sure to try to keep your chat window open, because I'll be sending you messages from time to time. I use it a lot. And
How do we get on the map? Our icons.
I will pull them to the so like if you have the Fort Nebraska map, so if I'm sharing that with all of y'all, and let's say I put a grid on this, and we'll just say it's when I drag your tokens from the combat tracker over, and that's when we
Gotcha.
get into combat. This will stay inside the kind of the lines, so to speak. Now this is also we show you. Yeah, I'm gonna put like the UPP guy here. So this is where we're talking about earlier, Skeeter. Y'all knew that you can control click on the token on the map to target also, or you can just grab the attack roll and drag and drop that dice roll on top of the token, and it will do the same thing. If you do a movement, yes, smarty pants movement, yes, I will approve those. That means you can move your token, but it doesn't do anything until I approve the movement. And so that's kind of how we kind
How
of.
come I got a circle around mine?
Because that's the distance. It's showing you the distance where you're at. But in maps for this, we're not truly worried about distance. I'm more worried about a zone. So like the loading dock, I would consider a zone inside that until you got to a door. And if you're going to pass through a door an area, then you're moving into another zone. So, but
Yeah, I don't see any large zones here where they maybe split the zone in half.
Yeah. So, and Jeff, sometimes I'll play that by ear, and you can ask too. Hey, we're going to consider this a zone or two zones, and and we'll make a ruling on it, and that's how we'll play it. You know, because some of these areas are going to be huge expanses. You know, and
Yeah, it's pretty arbitrary, isn't it?
yeah, it is. It kind of is, and so I think common sense with us, and none understanding, we'll play it that way. There will be times when we are in a room, something's going on, and you'll know that it's a single zone. But like this, you say, I want to move over from, you guys could be sitting over in the containment staging area, and I said, well, I want to move all the way to the space elevator. Well, that's going to take a couple of turns for you to go through those zones to get through there, and who knows what happens as you're doing that movement. Okay, yeah, that's sub-level 3. I knew there was, okay, so let me see, where is Fort Nebraska? Why don't I just search for it? Map, PC version. Oh, there we go. We'll get rid of that map. We'll give you guys this map. I knew I was missing something. Kabammy. Much bigger map. Showing you.
It's a much bigger map.
Yeah. Okay. And you'll see your sub-levels. Oh, look, there's fighter craft in there and the cars there. Then y'all are in sub-level, I think, sub-level 2 is where the ammo's at. Cargo bay.
Where's Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yeah, y'all are in
Colonel's office.
yeah, y'all are in y'all are in North Bastion level 1, I believe. Yeah. And he may be calling y'all up to North Bastion too. 2nd level.
Or Bastion.
Okay. So I knew there was another map, so ignore the other one. So for the moment.
So my question is,
Yes, sir.
when do we get to start shooting motherfuckers?
Soon.
All right.
After we get scolded by the principal.
Can we
Is
shoot?
there a
the
way to
principal?
drag and drop the map?
You can grab, so you can mouse wheel to move in and out. If you want to move around on the map, hold your middle, like your mouse wheel down, and then you can move
There you
the
go.
map. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. You expand it out. Now, if you want to save it, you can grab the little face hugger in the upper left-hand corner of the map and drag and drop it down to one of your bars down below you where it says 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's basically that's a function key. You can drag it down there and it'll save it. And then when you want to go back to it, you just click on the map or hit the function key and it'll pop it back up. But a lot of times because sometimes y'all may be split across a couple of maps, to be honest with you, depending on the size of what y'all are doing.
We're never going to split up.
Never.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't
It'll
split
happen.
the party.
Now here's another one, another overview map. Okay.
Sounded dirty.
Okay. So that y'all, and some of these because you're going to know these maps, so I'm letting y'all have them. Should be 2. I got rid of the other one. Y'all don't need to know the sub level right now. But boom. Actually, I'm just going to let y'all have just the one map for the moment.
Mother giveth and mother taketh away.
That is right.
Mother is a bitch sometimes.
I am.
I mean, if
So-
you're my mother, it's all the time.
Oh, now.
I'm sorry, do
Um,
you know her?
No, I don't. Any
Put it that way.
questions, gentlemen, Space Marines, you pinheads?
Yeah, can you explain everything all over again?
No, I
wasn't
will
listening.
not do that. No, I will not.
Damn
So if you-
Now,
Okay.
can we start from the top? I kind of spaced out there for a little
yeah,
bit.
y'all are jarheads. Okay, you're Marines, close knit squadron. You're basically a squad, and Silva's got you, and y'all are marching to meet with Colonel Myers.
Colonel Mustard.
Something's up, and
I think he did it with a candlestick in the library.
Hit it with a face hugger. Face hugger in the coolant.
boom.
Mhm.
I'm good, gents. So unless
Cool.
there's anything else, that is what we need to cover. We'll be back here 7:30 sharp next Wednesday night. to
Alrighty.
Pick
I
up from
certainly
there.
hope so.
Yes, that's right. And we'll start this routine. And I got to read through it one more time because there's a lot more to cover here than there was in Chariot of Gods. But I love me some Chariot of Gods. That's tomorrow night. So if you guys are hanging around, or if you haven't played it, don't watch. Skeeter. But the rest of you have played Charity Gods. We're playing tomorrow night with a mixed group of men and ladies, and it's going to be a fun time. So we'll see how well they deal with.
I'm curious to see how it plays out that
Yes, I
time
know.
because
Yep.
it never plays out the same way.
Doesn't. Well, we're going to do the same thing tomorrow night. We'll just kind of review. They'll get the overview of what's going on. We'll take tech, and then I will set them up for what's going to happen, and then we'll start the game next Thursday too. All right, that's it, guys. Go enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you very much. I look forward to running this for all of you and the Yahoo-ness that is going to take place. We'll have people in chat. I might actually set up. I don't know if I'll set some cards up, but we might have a couple of things where they can cheer. If they cheer enough, we do have viewer interaction with the channel, and maybe if we get some cheers going on, maybe I might might win you a story point or something like that, based on what's going on.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Jeff, why don't you hang around a little bit? Let's see if we can get your camera working. All right. Rest of you.
But
Yeah.
everybody, good to meet everybody. Thanks
Yeah,
for letting
same
me
here.
join up.
Hey, yeah.
Looking forward to playing with y'all.
Same thing.
I'm looking forward to being played with.
Yeah,
Oh,
buddy.
don't worry, Skeeter. We won't
Scootered
let you
in.
down.
Oh my gosh.
There's gonna be so much RPness going on. It's great.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
The RPness level in this game is going to be a massive.
Shake the belt at him.
All right, I'm going to cut the stream too. Anybody watching? We'll be back tomorrow night here 8:30 for the next group to get their indoctrination into aliens, and then Friday night go watch either Mech 40 D20 Enclave or the Mandy. Jeffrey, y'all are playing tomorrow night on Mandy's channel, right?
Tomorrow night?
Is it? I thought is it tomorrow night or a week from tomorrow night? She had a post on Twitter.
Oh no. That's that game is on Friday nights.
Oh, it's Thursday. I'm talking about Friday nights. I'm sorry, Friday nights. Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all
Friday
are playing.
nights. And,
So,
I'm not playing in that.
You're not playing. Okay, so we're dark here. Normally we have our D&D game, Rise Against the Slave Lords, my all-female cast, Saturday nights at 9 o'clock. We are off this week, so they're being yelled at to spin up a Minecraft server so we can start playing some Minecraft. So we might be doing that. And then we'll be back Monday night with the other all-female cast with Seth, DM Esquire running Strixhaven, Chaos and Curriculum here on the channel at 7:30. I think they start a little early. And so trying to get back to some streaming and programming. We also have, it's Eric. See, we also have our East Texas University. There are 2 games already in, and I need to get those edited, so I'll do that. Sorry, Eric. Someone else here in this game is supposed to be posting some more podcasts. We're waiting on that for Rime of the Frost Maiden. I don't know who that is.
Don't look at me.
Yeah,
He sounds like a dickhead, whoever he is.
yeah, he's supposed to be editing. I'm waiting to see another post, but the masses are waiting any day now. So we have a podcast, Rime of the Frost Maiden, which you can find on Spotify and Apple Music. And God knows what else is going to be going on here on the channel from time to time. We got a lot happening. We had a lot happening. We got through Gary Con, and now we're retooling and bringing new programming. So that's enough for me. I'm ending the stream to help Jeff. Folks, see y'all later tomorrow night, 8:30. Take care.